Hey, welcome back everybody. Sorry for not posting a lot of videos. It's been hectic here. Like we've said before, we DIYers, so we've got day jobs. So we do have a day job. This is not our day job for showing videos, well yet, but we've been busy. I had some problems on my car, so I had to fix that. Then work related, then I've been on a little bike trip with this one. So back now, and like I said in a previous video, I need to update my vehicle, because in December I'm planning a trip up to Namibia again. And then all the accessories that I got extra, I need to fit that, and for that I'm going to show you how I fit that and how it's done. But firstly I want to show you what I got. So check, the first thing that I got for my vehicle is one of these. This is a, you can see there, tire pressure monitor sensors. So I decided on this in the first place because we firstly a DIY group, and we showing you the cheap alternatives. I can go buy myself some proper tire pressure monitors. I was thinking to go to VW and ask them to install it on this car, but the problem is VW charges me about 18,000 Rand to do the cabling, to do the software, to do every wheel with a sensor that sits inside. And then the problem with that is why I decided to buy this set. That's, I think I paid 500 bucks. You can go check it out on Takealot. I got this off Takealot. Why I decided to take that is the fact that when you do get a flat on the original system and you put your spare wheel on, it doesn't show you the pressure of the spare wheel. So when you put this cheap set on, it basically, it's a little screw cap that you replace your valve cap with, a little bit bigger, so it's a bit bulky, but nevertheless you don't really notice it while you're driving, so I don't mind it much. And the fact that I paid so little for that, I don't mind if it loses or it breaks or whatever. Then you could just go buy a whole new set for 500 bucks. It's not too much to spend. And the fact is, when you do have a flat and you put your spare wheel on, you just replace the cap onto the spare wheel and you've got again 4 wheels of sensors working. So you'll get pressures on all 4 wheels, doesn't matter what wheels you put on your car. And that's the reason why I decided to buy these sensors. Let me show you what the unit looks like and how I mounted it inside and what the wheel caps looks like. Oh, also what I did was I replaced these wheels. I'll show you a photo. So I like this wheels a bit better, so I replaced it with these wheels. But this is the little sensor, so you get this little cap. This can unscrew. You do get a little nut width that you can just lock it with, that you just lock it onto the valve with so no one can nick it off. And then every wheel's got its specific sensor, so this one is right front. Super easy, screw it on, it's done. You don't need to do any installation, any software, anything. This is how it's done. Let me show you inside. Okay, so when you get into the car, I haven't got much of mounting points or anything here, which is actually with the older Amarok you had these little round studs where you can mount something. But in this one, I actually don't even know where you can mount your phone. If I look at it, the only place you can mount maybe your phone is in the windscreen. but this is actually a little bit of a stupid design. Well, personally for me, a stupid design. But yeah, anyway, what I did was take this away. So it comes with a little stick-on double-sided tape. So I decided to stick it there. And that's what the unit looks like. So if you go close, you'll see that there's a little solar panel on it. And I must say, I've got this system now installed for about, if I have to guess, about a month. And I haven't charged this battery once. So I must say, this little solar panel, it keeps it up to date. There you can see all 4 tire pressures. Next to it in the yellow is the temperature of the tires. I don't think it's that accurate. I think it's the temperature on the cap. I don't think it's the temperature in the tire. So I wouldn't believe that too much. The pressures is about 0.1 that it shows too much, yeah. So my tires at this stage is actually 2.5, which I know now, so I just reckon a 0.1 less than what I see on that little display. So that's about the only negative thing I can say, but this system works very well. And like I say, if anything happens, you throw away this whole system and you replace it with a brand new one for only 500 bucks. So that's the reason why I got this system. So that's the first of my upgrades. So yes, that's the first of my upgrades. That's the first thing I got when I came back off the last trip. The last trip I had 2 flats. So the one flat, actually I don't know what happened, but it fixed itself. So it lost pressure, and I pumped in one of these 4x4 tire weld stuff that you buy in cans, and the pressure was sorted. The other one was a screw that knocked into the wheel, put a plug in, and I was sorted. But the fact is, I drove about I think it was about 2 kilometers before I noticed the wheel that's flatter than the others, without these tire pressure sensors. So that's the main reason why I got these. Also, another thing is why I decided on this system is that if you use that tire weld in a can, the problem is if it's internal sensors, the sensor that sits inside's got a small little, I think it's about a 1 millimeter or smaller, I think it's a 0.5 mil hole where it reads the pressure of the tires. So if you pump that tire weld into the tire, which is a very sticky thing, it goes into that 1 millimeter hole and it blocks that sensor on the inside. So if you've got internal sensors, don't use that tire weld on your tires, because it might just block that little hole on the sensor, and you're going to have to replace the whole sensor and have it calibrated to your system again.
You will have the same problem with a system like this as well. What you can do is, if you inflate using the tire weld, just refrain from putting the cap back on the valve until the glue inside sets. Then it will prevent the sensor from getting clogged as well. You can set the preferred pressure on which the system will give you an alarm. Once the pressure drops until that set pressure limit, alarm will sound, and on the screen you can see which tire is indicated to lose pressure.
I just think this cheaper system is the way to go. I might even just buy me another one and just keep it in the car. If I'm on a trip and it chops, then I just put the new sensor in and I drive further. But yeah, that's the first of my upgrades. I hope you liked it. Consider subscribing to this channel. We do appreciate everyone's comments and likes and everything. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Thanks guys. Cheers.
If you like what you see on this channel, please consider subscribing. You can do that by clicking on this button. And if you want to watch more content like this, you can click on this button. Thank you for watching.